some of the Crips and the Bloods, two of LA County's most vicious gangs.
His name was Avery. He was standing on the corner. The crowds rolled by. The crowds rolled out, but I don't know why. You see, he stood there because he thought it was a crime. They rolled out his name and they said, let's try. They pulled out the gat and they pulled the trigger. But Avery looked back and his eyes got bigger.
Like that, but I got you. Let me play this video.
Well, just in time for Black History Month, a new docuseries examines the harmful stereotypes surrounding Black men.
Black men are beautiful.
Black men are magnificent.
Black men are in.
What the fuck is this?
Black male worship was our what Senji called it.
And this isn't and this is at the same time we're setting records for murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this though. Like, and then if we clicked on all these white people, 90% of them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back.
If they were killed by a stranger, it was a son man, basically.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm sorry. This is beyond hardware, man. This is ridiculous shit.
No, we ain't getting the spiritual shit.
It's hardware.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
It's hardware.
Say that.
It's definitely hardware. It's just like
all across the country, and they come out with this shit.
Black men are innovators. Black men are brilliant, compassionate, intelligent,
Complex.
We are all living through a very painful time, and we must be able to talk about that.
Profiled the Black man. Oh my God, this is dangerous. This woman's gonna get a lot of. Hold on, man. You got to delay or something, man. I haven't said one thing where you haven't cut me off.
All right, guys. So once again, we got to talk about the Will Smith Chris Rock situation, in which Will Smith smacked Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars for making a joke about his wife. But this time, we're not talking about that situation specifically. We're talking about the precedent that it has set.
So why are you in the gangs?
Why is we in the gang? I guess because the area we grow up in, man. Everybody go in that area, man.
Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, a comedian, on stage at the Oscars is going to make it so people are more likely to try to attack or physically assault comedians.
She clack, clack. But my fight doesn't go undisturbed because time makes dreams deferred. And on my time to turn my days to daymares, my nightmares to turn my past. She clack, clack. The nigga got time beating my ass. And y'all, I be having dreams of chocolate-covered watermelons. Chocolate-covered watermelons.
This is going to be, listen, this is going to get a lot of people killed, man.
Because, comedians, their job is to make people uncomfortable. Okay, making people uncomfortable is funny, right? That's their jobs. Okay, and we live in a society now where everybody is a fragile cupcake, right? They're a snowflake, and they can't take a joke. Okay, they get a little butt hurt because the joke sounds a little personal, and then they want to go off, they want to fight. Okay, Will Smith is just the guy that did that on national television. Okay, and a lot of comedians, again, have expressed concern about this as they're afraid that this has set a dangerous precedent for them in regards to the ability to tell jokes without having to offend somebody and they get all butthurt and try to assault them, right? And it looks like they were right to be concerned already.
So I want to bring in Tina Knowles Lawson, one of the executive producers of Profile.
Well, I mean,
I know I said it.
There's going to be emboldenment. What we talk about, entitlement and emboldenment, right? That's what kind of like led to this spike, right? Would you agree with that, Olsen?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this?
The Black man, and of course, she's the mother of Beyonce and Solange. I also want to bring in Trell Thomas. He's an executive producer on the series. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining me. I'm going to give you a little background.
Well, he's just 21, charged with capital murder, and has a string of robbery charges. Yet, he's financially able to post $1,600,000 in bonds. I know I couldn't do that. Well, here's Randy Wallace.
In 2019, Jordan got his first bond for aggravated robbery in Fort Bend County. Even though it was revoked and reinstated twice, that didn't stop 339th Criminal District Court Judge Tavia Bell from granting Jordan more bonds. He quickly violated the conditions, like not getting a monitoring device.
I mean, like,
not unusual either. For LaDon and Clorinda and Timothy, and many more like them in cities all over America, the traditional family no longer exists. It has vanished, and something new is taking its place. Single women and the children they're rearing alone are the fastest growing part of the black population. What becomes of the black family in a world where the values are being turned upside down?
If the parent is 17 and 18, uneducated, unmotivated, fooling around, wandering around, what's the child going to learn? Who's to teach them? When you learn something, you was taught by your parents. It was reinforced by school and your neighbors, but it was taught by your parents.
We don't allocate any resources for them.
Instead of filing a warrant for his arrest, Judge Bell ordered Jordan to appear in court May 27th of last year. He didn't show. Instead, police say he spent that day killing Sandoval during a robbery.
When you're an outsider, in a way, moving to the United States, sometimes there are things that you observe or your perspective may be a little different. And I remember thinking to myself, or sort of coming to the revelation, that many of the black men that I know and love, the weight of negative stereotypes had singed to their personality. You know what I mean? That they were different people than they would have been without it.
Yeah, like this is bullshit.
Why did you pull this up, man?
Because
I mean, even if that's true,
this just came out today.
Oh shit! Oh,
if it were true, it shouldn't motivate them to like direct their frustration at the source of the stereotypes, because we know that stereotypes are accurate and useful. Like they've tried at study after study to prove stereotypes are bad and inaccurate. They can't. It's always the same result, that stereotypes are useful and accurate and typically correct.
Hi, Teresa. I'm going to sit here and read a magazine. Okay. That's Kelly. Kelly's going to sit and read a magazine. Kelly, look at this.
That's aggravating. That's so annoying.
Oh, I thought it was really interesting.
Well, that's just your opinion. It's aggravating.
Yeah.
Sure. You just... so I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna get out of there. When comedians, their job literally is to make jokes and to make people uncomfortable. It's to make people feel a certain type of way. Okay, if you don't like it, then you either get up and leave or you address it after the show. I mean, ideally, you just roll with it like everybody else.
That's how we feel. We die, it's like we go kill one of them. One of them died, because they down for it, they'll get took out.
And then guess what happens after one of them die?
And they come back. And then it's a feud until they don't want no more, until everybody just drop it. But ain't nobody gonna drop it.
He might start making jokes, might call you ugly, might say your wife is fat, right? Might say all types of stuff that might hurt your feelings or make you uncomfortable. But that's the point. You're supposed to be able to laugh at yourself, okay? In which you have people that now feel like it's okay to go off on comedians for making jokes that they don't like, right?
Question I keep coming back to.
The derision would not be poured out on everybody else, but the people who are causing the stereotype, like to make people feel like they have to be afraid, like those guys need to be handled.
Which is why I find this pursuit of this documentary, this docuseries, such a fascinating idea and something that really needs to be spoken about.
One of them died, because they down for it, they'll get took out. But ain't nobody gonna drop it.
My prayer is that, everyone will see this and understand what we already know.
Especially after this Will Smith thing, okay? Because again, it was very predictable that there would be people that would try to repeat this stuff and go after comedians because of their jokes, right?
Our men are not dangerous, that the men our men are not absentee fathers, and just all the stereotypes. So we're really praying that this has a positive effect on people's,
Okay, that's just what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll have more stories like this all month long as we bring you original reporting and conversations. Folks.
All right, let me just show you this one thing, man. Then I gotta get out of here, man. This, this is salute to everybody that hit the paper, hit the super chat, hit the cash
jumped up
app.
out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock. If you would have been treated the same way, Mel.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. That's our time.
Have you ever thought about that?
Thank you, Jesse.
Okay.
That is our time.
Well, Mel, thank you very much for joining Jesse Waters Primetime, and we really appreciate it. April 13th, the movie drops, Father Stew. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you. It's the progressive judge way
of the court systems.
Amy Castillo can point to 3 criminal court judges who she says ignored all the signs and kept granting bonds to 21-year-old Devin Jordan. She doesn't have her 28-year-old brother Joshua Sandoval anymore. She carries this picture instead.
This is a picture of me holding my brother's hand hours before we had to let him go.
Well, if the parents don't know anything, how are they going to teach the children? So it's not racism that I'm fighting right now. It's the lack of motivation. I'm not even talking about racism. Maybe later on we'll get back to that. But
You hear this woman? In 1986, she was already like, man, you niggas gotta chill with this racism shit.
And racist.
Like you niggas, because niggas was beating that shit hard back then. It's like you like racism.
Wasn't that Jesse Jackson era?
Every fucking thing. But what I'm saying is basically like even then they knew that look, we gotta do something about this. But I guarantee you nobody wanted to hear what this woman was saying. I guarantee you.
Yeah, nah, she was not a friend to the black community.
No.
We have to do more. What did Miss T. Eva Bell see in this young man? Maybe she saw somebody that looked like her. That for many years, since the days of slavery, have been bound by the unfair chains of white supremacy that has been passed down from generation to generation, which has put him in the situation in which he cannot rise above his common criminality.
I think we are destroying ourselves.
Crisis in Black America, 1986.
How old are you? I'm 17.